Has anyone got any questions? Special interest group. Thank you.
It's really exciting to listen to Lorna because she's outlining so many very splendid things that are going on here, and I think everyone's most grateful to you for coordinating it and helping myself, certainly, to get a kind of overview of what's going on. So thanks very much for the work that you are doing, and I'm sure it's very much appreciated. And I just want to report now on the work that I'm doing in collaboration with colleagues here. I want to start first by saying that everything I do is concerned with educational research. And there are some very, very interesting things going on the world stage in which we are involved. Because for the last, 50 years at least, there have been very significant shifts going on in the knowledge base of educational research, and then how that influences educational practices. And that shift has been going on from a focus on studying education as something out there to a focus on studying the people who are actually involved in the thing that's out there. So it's going from things to people. And lots of shifts are going on even today, from this focus of studying people to people studying themselves. So these are very exciting times, and you almost feel sometimes that it's rather like two big earth plates moving, in that there is a dominant view, a still dominant view, on we study things, to another earth plate moving to we study ourselves. And those earth plates sometimes manage to exist side by side, and sometimes they bump up against each other, and then interesting things happen. Now, when was it? Just over a year ago, September of last year, I was invited to join St. Mary's specifically to contribute to raising research profile and research capacity. So I came into St. Mary's on a part-time basis after 20 years of being independent. So it's a very interesting shift for myself as well. And I want to say that the last year working with colleagues in the School of Education has really been a most rewarding and enriching time for me, because the reason that I came and the reason that I stay is because of the people. I have never met such a lovely group of people, and people who are really enthusiastic about what they want to do, and who are warm-hearted and think about relationships, and that is what my work is about. So that's the background to what I do in terms of what's happening at the world stage. I want to talk about what my brief is, and my brief specifically is threefold. One is to contribute to raising research capacity and building confidence and competence in educational research. The second is to develop international links, and the third is around publications. And I'll bring you up to date on some of those, on all of those initiatives. In terms of raising research capacity and raising research profile generally, what we have done in the School of Education is provide an opportunity for a systematic program for members of staff themselves to pursue their higher degrees by studying their own practices. And we have a very lively action research group in the college. We have 7 people who are studying for their master's degrees, and we have 4 who are registering for their PhDs, with another 4 from the existing master's group who want to come onto the doctoral research program as soon as they have completed their masters. Now, I always regard anything I do as being successful if other people are successful. And at this point, I want to ask various colleagues with whom I had a word earlier, just to say about what studying their own practice means for them, and some of the everyday practical implications for their work. So whoever said that they would say a few words, can you say them now?
All right, shall I go first? What am I doing? Well, I'm chasing an ology, as Lorna would say. I'm looking at methodology at the moment. So what I'm doing is reading all the time. I'm looking at methodology. I'm also looking at my own capacity to learn, because that, I think, has been the biggest surprise for me, is my capacity for learning with a group of people, collaboratively. So I'm trying to come to understand my capacity to learn, and also I think then that will have a knock-on effect to my understanding how our students learn and developing their potential. I'm becoming increasingly interested in potential, both my own and particularly their potential, and my role in developing their potential, which I think is what we're about. So that's where I am. I'm on the bottom rung of the ladder and just busy reading.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Esme. Anyone else?
Jean?
I don't think I'm on the bottom rung at the moment. I'm jumping up and trying to run. So I'm chasing knowledge as well. I'm reading, which is something I've never ever done. I don't do reading at all, so I'm really trying very hard to read. I'm enjoying learning for once. I've been programmed to understand as a P person that you're not too bright and you're quite a practical person. I can now say I am quite bright and I can learn. And I'm really enjoying the way that I'm trying to change my teaching. So I came in as this expert knower, and in fact I have got a bit of a knowledge, but I think I'm learning so much more from everyone else around me, and that's the best thing that I've actually achieved. Maybe I can just support good. Thank you.
Someone else?
Well, I'm working with Julie and with Jane and everybody else on the Action Research Group. I'm still at the beginning myself. I'm doing my MA and I'm hoping to go on to do a PhD. My area of focus is inclusion, particular focus on the needs of refugee children in schools. And I'm finding I'm learning so much. I thought I knew quite a bit about inclusion, but actually I realised just how little I know through reading. So I'm hoping not only to improve my own practice, but to support trainees to improve their awareness of the needs of refugee children.
Thanks, Rita. Someone else?
Do we want Mark to be over there? Because
I'm looking at this side.
I think that's probably the better side, actually. Well, a year ago I was in secondary school delivering a huge body of sort of propositional knowledge, and I was quite good at that, actually, even though I do say so myself. And I've come here and realised that that's probably not the best way to deliver the curriculum. So my sort of focus is on how I promote independent learning and looking at multiple intelligences and things like that.
Thanks.
I'm also on the master's programme, and I'm not expected to do a PhD. To be entirely honest, I don't even know how to stand in it. My back to someone. I'm not sure why I got my back to someone. My research is about creativity. Well, you know, it's so personal. So it's really about also supporting what Jane was saying, learning about how the students learn and how I can give them opportunities for their own creativity. And as a design and technology tutor, design and technology is about the future and what might be, it's not about what is. So it's actually quite a challenge to give students opportunities and to help them with their learning. And in that process, I am learning huge amounts about what I thought was my role and what in fact is transforming all the time. I'm deciding to really rethink. So that's the stage I'm at.
Thanks very much. Anyone else? You can see the richness of what we do together, and if anyone is inclined to join us, you would be so very, very welcome. The focus is not on education as a topic. The focus is on me as an educator and how I learn to teach so that others learn.